wouldn't want to make the Joker sad, would you?
Get away.
It's all short.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to the Brothers Bear podcast. Thank you for tuning in. As always, Mr. No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
I was, but I'm glad you stopped me because I realized halfway in how much that would have been a horrible impression.
Hey, there you go.
I saved your career.
You did.
Hey, did it again.
Yeah, with me podcast.
Everyone just do voices the whole show.
Hey,
Hi everybody, today we've got a show for all you people.
This episode is 80s inspired, so we're going to have to do 80s impersonations.
All right. So who are you gonna be?
Hey fool!
I pity the fool that doesn't watch Brothers Bear podcast.
Yeah. It'd be like Pee Wee Herman.
Hey, my son hates that show. My daughter loves it.
The show or the movie?
The show.
The show? Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
the first season, dude, is legit, dude, I gotta say. I relived it just recently.
You know, no lie. A Sunday when I had breakfast and I had pancakes, I did that. I did the face, and I'm like, he's like, "Good morning, Pee-wee.
Good morning, Mr. Breakfast!
You know?
That scene gets me mad though.
Why?
Oh, okay. It's like, all right, he's having fun with his pancakes and doing the good morning, and then while he asks for the Mr. T cereal, and he puts the Mr. T cereal. He has that big ass fork and gets like one scoop, and then that's it. And he walks away from it. It's like you make all that. I mean, I know it's a movie where you see the breakfast being made, but he doesn't even eat the breakfast, right? It just gets me mad.
I know it does make me mad because he eats it, he's like, and then that's it. He's like,
And honestly, yeah, it is funny, but I never noticed. You know what? It's be weird. But I never noticed it until like my ex had gotten mad with it, and then she made me realize it. I was like, and then she's like, "Don't you hate when people not like waste food?" I'm like, wait a second.
That's what you get. That's what you get for listening to women, bro.
What you get?
I gave that up years ago. Anyways, anywho. What you get? We got something to talk about this week, don't we?
yes, we do, ladies.
Because we did something this past weekend, didn't we?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Not I.
Not I said
But
that.
the bros.
Audience doesn't know that you weren't.
Oh shit, dude. I mean, yeah, dude. I was chilling. You know, it was fun.
You were recording the whole time.
Yeah,
you were
exactly. I was
recording.
behind the scenes.
Yeah, you were behind the
exactly.
scenes.
Behind the scenes, folks. I'm sorry to say. But so
Yeah, so we
let's-
go with the picture.
let's go talk about this shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, this weekend, we
Shout outs to the flux capacitors, first of all.
Shout
right?
yeah.
Hooking us up.
Uh,
Hooking the bros
on-
up.
You know, honestly,
this.
real quick, we have to do a shout out, a massive shout. What happened? We got to do a shout out because it relates to all of this. You know, everything always has a trail. There's always a paper trail. Somewhere starts at the beginning.
Right.
The Oregon Trail.
Yes.
Yes.
The-
So
the-
you're talking about origin stories. Big shout outs to flux capacitors.
Yes.
Did you hear that? Yeah, that was me doing that, dude. You guys need a
backup singer. See, when the guy gets sick,
Oh, yeah.
you know, or he gets locked in a trunk, you know.
or a stunt double singer, you know?
Right?
I can do
Yeah.
stunts. if need be. I don't know.
Yeah, they ever need a guy right here, Lachouette, he's your
Lachouette to
man,
do-
I mean, we have a real tape for you
Rock and
to
roll
when you used
stunts.
to do backyard wrestling. I mean,
Mhm.
this guy is
Oh, that
famous
real-
for getting thrown off a roof onto a table on fire.
That was long ago, man.
But still, that's
what
real.
would be your song?
A song
Yeah, like let's just say they're like he's like
as an audition.
yeah, they're like a new addition to the group. I get it.
I would use the Eagles Hotel California. I nailed that song.
Bad.
Mhm.
What year was that?
The 70s.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about an audition.
Yeah.
Trying to
You,
show
you
'em
just
up.
want to show your
Yeah,
vocal
exactly.
range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That or like Keith Sweat.
Keith Sweat.
What's that one song called? I watch your body. Wait, that was in the 90s though, so there's
Yeah.
another
you
fail.
got-
Yeah, but you were gonna do.
gotta keep it 80s, man.
Yeah, give us your '80s hit. What would be your '80s song?
I would pick like a Nirvana song then.
Oh, okay.
The Bleach era. That's 1989, I believe.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
It counts. It counts. Yeah. There you go. See, they're already calling right now. They're like, "We want you, Sweat. We need you. We don't even need to hear your voice.
You are in, my friend.
We trust
yes,
you."
all in. We are all in. We are all in with the 80s, and we're all in with this trip that we had. We must speak of.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, real quick, I just want to say to lead into all of this, we got to give a huge thanks to Michael Maxwell of
Maxwell.
Yes.
Well.
Jack of All
Nice.
Nerds podcast. It's because
Yes.
of him that he put us in contact with the flux capacitors. Then that becomes an awesome shout out to the flux capacitors. But from them being on the show, it just led to a whole like awesomeness
Right
to
on.
got us to the point to being here.
You
And then
peaked, huh?
Yeah.
You
everybody.
peaked on Saturday.
For
didn't
those
you?
of you, if you're new fans, I butcher everybody's names, even if I hear it. But when I say it, I tend to always say them wrong. And these guys, that's why they always make me say the names because they know I'm gonna horribly mess them up.
Maybe if you get people's names correctly on the first one, that means you don't like them. But if you get it wrong because you like them.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Reverse
See what I did
psychology.
Yeah.
there?
That'll work.
Yeah.
Because it's like like that's why I want to give a huge thanks to the crew of that '80s bar, and then
Shout out
Totally.
to that 80s bar.
and totally
The
'80s bar.
80s bar.
That '80s no, well, if you would say like I want to give a shout out to that band, but since they have that, would it be I want to give a shout out to that '80s bar?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to that 80s bar.
What bar?
That 80s bar.
Oh,
Ah.
That 80s bar.
that 80s bar.
That it's called that 80s bar. Right
Who's on? Who's
But
on,
which bar though?
Who's on first?
that 80s bar?
And who's on second?
Who?
He's on first. I don't know. He's on third.
Hey.
I love that skate. All right, so yeah, so it was a big weekend. We were invited to go to the '80s prom at. Totally, yeah. Give us the background music at the Totally right there. Flux capacitors performed live. A lot of awesomeness was going on. It was I should probably click the thing so I could go boom. So there's the awesome sign outside. It was nighttime, so it was kind of hard to get everything else. But it was an awesome event. A lot of things were going down. People that were there. So for those, I just want to point out, world famous DJ Richard Blade was there. He was on hand. Yeah.
Hearing his voice live was just so soothing.
Right?
It was just I could have closed my eyes and just been like, "Oh my god, is this really happening?" Like, not only am I hearing it on the times I've heard him on the radio, but the fact the way he said K-Rock, I was like, oh my god, you guys don't know how exciting this is.
It's like when you hear Mr. Rogers' voice, how it's just nice and soothing. That's the way Richard Blade, it just comes off that way because you just hear his accent. It just sounds awesome.
I would have cried if I would have heard Mr. Rogers' voice live. That's one thing. Ooh.
Right?
Shout out
Moment
to
of
yeah,
silence,
like
yeah.
shout out moment.
Moment of silence.
Moment of silence for that man.
Mr. Rogers.
He actually makes when he won an award like honorary Emmy or something. He made the whole audience like give it a moment, a 10 seconds of silence.
10 seconds.
Yeah, because he tells everybody, he's like, I want you to think of someone who helped you get to where you are today. I want you to just spend time. He's like, and I'll keep count. And he actually looks at his clock. And there's video. You can see the video. And you know, and like, yeah, it was like an awesome moment when he won his award. People were just like in tears. Like, oh, yeah, like freaking Fred Rogers, man. That guy's awesome. So yeah, so we also had. I'm just gonna go down the list of people who were there. John Esdale of Dramarama. He actually performed anything. Dude, that's I mean, I'll get into it. I'll just go down the list and then I'll start talking about the whole thing. We and Carlos start talking about it. Also Freddie Morales, of the lead singer of Strangelove, the Depeche Mode tribute band, was on hand. Bill Allen, you know, if for those of you, he was a star in the movie called Rad. He was on iHand too, and this is the cover of his book. I'll talk about it too, but I found out later. Also too, Bill Allen. Nick Richards from Boys Don't Cry. He was also there. He performed "I Want to Be a Cowboy." Annabelle Lewin. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. From Bow Wow Wow, lead singer from Bow Wow. She went up there, also did I Want Candy. And actually, she jumped on stage a second time. But it kind of seemed like she didn't know the lyrics, so then she got off stage. I wasn't sure, because I was like...
her own song? Or was it
No, it was another song.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember who she was singing with, but they were on stage. She runs on stage, and it looked like she got lost on the lyrics. She was on the wrong part. So then she's like, never mind, I'm going to get off. And then also, cute. Right here, Johnny Vatos, you know, he does a Boingo dance party trip, like plays minus Elfman. Like, they have a lot of the original members. They all do, you know. He was actually one of the core members from Oingo Boingo. There he is, Johnny Vatos. He's, you know, he has that cool little like V shaped. Now he has a mohawk. So he at one point
he looks like a monster in that picture.
A monster. Oh, you know, it kind of no. He's all trying to point it. Yeah, I'll do it right here. Oh no, my arrow doesn't pop up. All right. Anyways, also too, Craig Knight. This was more of a surprise for people there, because he wasn't on listed or anything. Because he showed up and he actually does Billy Idol. He actually performs out of Vegas.
Right on.
And
did he sing any?
Yeah, Rebel Yell.
Hey!
And he did awesome job, dude. It's freaking, you know, it's just amazing. And then Clive Farrington from the band When in Rome, he went up there, sang The Promise. Oh man, don't tell me it froze on us. I think it did.
I promise you that it did.
Ah, dang it, it did. It froze on me because I'm like switching and it's not showing the pictures.
Boo. So far, what was the highlight?
Yeah, we'll get this fixed right now. But I guess, like, well, you know what? While I get this, Carlos, you start us off.
One of the biggest highlights was the fact that just the phenomenal like interviews that we got.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got everybody that we wanted.
People were on a good one.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, interview Cheryl, dude. Who are you guys? Who? I don't care who you are.
Like, excuse me, I'm doing media coverage for the Brothers Bear.
Who? I don't care. Let's do this. They walk away and they're like, hey, oh no, sure, yeah, why not? Like, there must be somebody there VIP.
I don't know why they sound like that.
It's still the brother. We already had an interview with you. It's the Brothers Bear podcast. You know? Oh, all right. Let's do it again.
One of the because I got to interview Johnny Vatos of Oingo Boingo. You know?
That must have been nerve-wracking for you, bro.
It was, and I mean, I say it in the interview, but like I was excited because this is actually now the second member of Oingo Boingo that I got to interview. Well, not interview, but meet, because when I was going to Citrus College, John Avila teaches there. Like
and he's right next to Vatos on the left.
Yeah, he's the one in the bottom, like right here, like.
Yeah, the other guy that looks like a monster.
He's the first one he met.
I met him at Citrus College because my my buddy was doing like a Battle of the Bands night there, and he was one of the surprise guests to like judge basically.
Hey.
And
do they judge off of the usual 1 to 10?
I don't honestly, I don't remember how it worked.
I don't know why.
How they did the judging.
It's like 5.
But I went up to him right after, and I think
Uh-huh.
like I was one of the few that knew who he was.
Uh-huh.
And I got a picture. I don't even know where that picture's at. Because I mean, dude, like
He's
it's.
a guest. He's a special guest.
But the fact, like, I'm like, dude, not everyone. Like, there's some people
Yeah, I
that do know
know.
who Oingo Boingo is,
Yeah.
but they're like, who's this Oingo Boingo?
Yeah,
But I was
yeah.
just like, he's gonna be there. Like, I think one of the guitarists from Sugarcoat was there, and everybody was all up on his nuts because you know he was within the last couple of years, especially within like 05, 06 when
Yeah, I would have
they're
been up in there.
and but I went up to John because I was like, hey, can I get a picture? And that was honestly that was what the last remaining years of MySpace. So that picture's somewhere. I don't know where it's at now. And if MySpace never changed, I
lost
would
in
have that
the-
picture. You know,
It's in the dark side of the internet.
it is. But then to get the fact that Vatos was there, I was like, oh, it's gonna happen. And I was honestly I was nervous to ask him to get an interview. It was like maybe he might be like, no, thank you. But right away, I asked him, and within 10 seconds of that, just asking him, be like, hey, I'm here doing media coverage. And he was like, oh, yeah, right now or later. I'm like, oh, whenever you have time. He's like, oh, okay, so just let me know.
Well, sneak peek on the video footage that we will show you in the near future. What was your favorite question you asked him? I'm curious.
Honestly, I can't remember right now.
Yeah, my thing was I asked him.
Oh, did you
Because-
interview him too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I jumped in to ask a
Oh,
question
dude.
because Carlos interviewed him. He did a
Turned
full
into a
interview,
threesome, huh?
but then Carlos Carlos threw it to me because I had a question because I wanted to ask him if he had any stories from being on set of Back to School and from Dusk Till Dawn because he was in both. He was as Oingo Boingo in in Back to School. Remember they're in there and Robert Downey starts playing like weird Ghostbuster sounds or whatever, And then he was also on Dusk Till Dawn. They were that band that goes fumando marihuana, buscando la fiesta. I don't remember what the name of that band is because it's an actual band. They just got together recently. That's what he said. But there's a lot. We don't want to say what he exactly said because we want you guys to see the.
And that's why, because I kind of read this guy's mind when right before we did the interview, he was like, oh, before we stop the interview, I want to ask you a question. So when he had said that, I was like, wait a second, what is he gonna like? I had to make sure I didn't ask him what he might ask, and I will right away because I wanted to ask him the Dusk Till Dawn question, being like, oh, I knew the fact that I knew he was in that film, and I put two and two together like he's gonna ask him that question.
Yeah.
So I avoided it, and then when I switched with him. Sure enough, that was the question that he got to ask him.
Yeah, so it was cool because like I said, I wanted to know what he thought of what you call it. Like, I mean, if he had any stories, in which he did. He actually had a Rodney Dangerfield story, and then but it kind of sucks because I wanted to get more into that moment when he said about Rodney Dangerfield. But then beforehand, before I asked the question, our camera guy was like, "Hey, just to let you know, you have at least 5 minutes left." Because the batteries are gonna die, and we're like, oh, okay. So then he throws it to me, so I was like, and I wanted to continue talking and ask him go more in depth, but it was kind of like we laughed at it. But then I just right away moved on to the Dusk Till Dawn question. He asked it, then I went off because I was like, I didn't want to risk like having an awesome conversation and then we lose it,
But he was very humble. Like that was the fact. Like he took time because not only we were doing the interviews outside because of how loud it was in the club. And the fact that allowing us to interview him and then to actually walk outside, to go right in the front. And yeah, there was no like, all right, you got 5 minutes, nothing. Like we probably could have just kept talking for a while. Like we could have done a long interview, but just as respect. And, we don't want to, be a burden on their time.
Mm-hmm.
We did, professionally just kept it short.
Yeah.
But just the vibe that we got from every interview, it felt like we could have just kept going as long as we wanted to. And that's what I really like. It wasn't rushed. It wasn't like, all right, you got 5 minutes, like, of course there have been people that we interviewed in the past. Like, it's just like, all right, just kind of make it quick, and it's still good that we get the time to do it. But with everybody we had on Saturday, there was no rush. There was nothing. You could tell like there was nobody like, all right, let's get this over with, and that's what I really liked. And I appreciated. And yeah, I can't say how excited I was for that and how thankful I am for every interview we got. I did 2 of the interviews, but just to see, him do the interviews as well and just getting that vibe, getting like the body language, like you could tell just how well everyone was into it. Like it wasn't just like, this question, like, there hasn't been a question that they haven't heard before,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So
That's the daunting tasks when you're an interviewee, or I mean, an interviewer, and you have
Well, that
to
that see that
ask
was the thing.
questions.
Cause like, all right, I mean, I didn't get obviously, Don, what is it, Phil Love. I'm pronouncing that. I apologize, but we all know him as Mayor Goldie Wilson. You know, he was there. He was on hand. I didn't get to talk to him because I saw him and he was kind of like, it looked like he was with his wife.
That's from Back to the Future.
Yeah, from Back to the Future. So
those who don't know.
it was kind of hard because like I didn't want to pull him away because he was kind of walking around, being out there. But speaking of that, of the questions, because we one of the stars from the film Valley Girl, she was there. It's a Heidi Hollow. Clicker. I'm pronouncing. See, I'm horrible, and these guys know it, but they do it because it's funny on their behalf. But anyway, she was on hand, and she she probably gets tons of questions about the film Valley Girl, and we went like off, but like that's why like we didn't want to like stick to like what they would normally get questions about, you know. And I knew it's just like whatever like interviews she always get, I guarantee you it will lead to Valley Girl. But with me, I wanted to relate it to the event, so I was like, what memories do you have about prom? That was like one of the questions we asked everybody. What memory do you have about prom? Her story about her prom,
Her personal prom. Right?
yeah, her personal prom is freaking like we laughed about it, but it was effed up. And again, I'm not gonna say it because you'll hear it in when we had the, you know. Hopefully by next week we'll actually have it up. But yeah, her response as to what her memory, because we said what awesome or horrible memory, and it's funny because we both related at that point because I was like, it happened to me too.
And you both start crying.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So
at a prom themed.
should we start the recording? No, just keep rolling. Just keep rolling.
so yeah, so it was cool. Like I said, Carlos is so correct about this. These people were so nice. Like they were so. I mean, like freaking Vatos again. He was a sweetheart, dude. He was
Yeah,
so
he was,
freaking.
dude.
He was.
I
like,
wanted
yeah.
to give him a hug. just for
Right,
the hell
he
of
was
it, dude.
so
like,
nice,
looks
man.
huggable.
Yeah, he looked like a huggable man.
And I felt
You didn't
bad.
go for it though.
No,
right?
I didn't.
Like even
I should have. That's probably the only thing I regret from the interview was giving him a hug. Because it would have been on camera.
even Bill Allen, like from Rad, because like when we were first interviewing him, I started interviewing him inside, and I'm like yelling in his ear, and I was like, dude, we should go outside, and I'm like, will they be willing to? We're gonna drag him outside in the front, and he was so like, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, yeah, okay. We went out there, interviewed him, you know, and it was awesome, like, you know, and it was later that I found out he has a book, and I wanted to check it out, and actually I'm hoping, you know, I want to talk to him about it, you know, I want to check out the book, but I didn't know that it was until later that I saw like on the table they were selling stuff, and I'm like, oh, he has a book. But at that point he's right there, and I'm assuming it was his wife or girlfriend, and they were just having a great time. I'm like, I don't want to bother him anymore. We already interviewed him. I don't want to go up to him and be like, oh, you have a book, cool. Nah, I was like, I'll check it out afterwards, and I'll email him later.
You mild mannered.
Yeah, you know, because it's like, you know, you don't want to bother people, like, you know, and even though they were like, hey, can I get a picture, and like even Freddie Morales, from the lead singer of Strangelove, that guy was also just a nice guy, and we're actually gonna have him on studio.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
next
got to
month.
interview him too.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah,
was the
Carlos
fun one.
covered that. We already talked to him, and he said that he'll come in because they're gonna be performing Strangelove at the Orange County Fair, and he said, yeah, I'll come in to promote that. And we're like, oh, awesome. So we're going to be planning and having him next month, you know. And yeah, obviously it's going to be a huge Depeche Mode episode. But, you know, the big night, I really...
I'm going to have to start studying again, man.
I created an 80s logo for us. I did it last night right after work, you know.
I fucking hate Flock of Seagulls. FYI. Just in case just in case you're wondering.
I didn't know what the hell to do for
I went
you.
to
No, that's perfect. That works right.
okay.
No, that's great.
I went to school
I'm
with
just
Flock of
letting
Seagulls hair
everybody
one time for the hell of it.
Oh, really?
In 8th grade, I did it.
yeah.
Yeah, in 8th grade, I did it. Everyone thought it was cool. It was like, oh, how'd you do that? And then I was like,
How'd you do that?
Because I did, like, at first, no one saw the front, so it's like, oh, man, you got that Wolverine hair.
right?
I was like, yeah.
80s Wolverine.
Yeah, they're like, well, at that time it was like the pre-stage of emo, so it's just like, man, it's like an emo Wolverine. I was like, I'm just going for vodka seagulls, but okay, thank you anyway.
You're like the first mashup in the recorded history, bro. You didn't even know.
Yeah, somebody should do that. Oh, I'm gonna do that now.
Yeah.
He's like an emo Wolverine from the 80s.
Yeah, it was tough. Like mine, I was like, because I'm like, what? Like for artists, like who the hell is bald like an 80s icon? Because it's all about the hair. So I was like, easy, I'll throw the Devo hat on, right? I thought I covered my head. And then with you were the tough one. I almost made you into Mr. T, but I wanted to have something musical related. Anyways, we're going to be going on break. But when we come back, we're going to talk about the actual concert because we saw the Flux Capacitors live, and we really want to talk about that and then everything else that happened. When we return on the Brothers Bear Podcast live.
This is the Brothers Bear Podcast live. We're gonna come back, so please come back. Yo.
Looking for some swag? Make sure to check out monsterclothing.com. They got everything from V-necks, t-shirts, hoodies, baby dolls. And remember, custom orders are always welcome and much more. They're just not on the site yet. www.monsterclothingco.com or call them at 888-49-MONSTER. 888-49-MONSTER. Hablamos español. Doo-doo-doo. It's hot out here. I need a drink.
Have a mucho macho michelada. What's a michelada? Michelada is a Mexican Bloody Mary made with beer. All you have to do is get bucket-sized michelada, open it up, pour it in your favorite beer, and you're good. What if you don't like beer? You can use it in lemon lime soda, vodka with lime, or tequila with lemon lime soda.
Sounds delicious.
Where do you find it? You can find it at your favorite store, or you can go to muchomachomichelada.com. Find us on Twitter and Facebook.
That needs to get noticed, your ideas need a great website. And at Infuse, we build simple, clean, and efficient websites. We believe that even the wildest ideas should come to life in a beautiful way. We build responsive sites, e-commerce sites, and even help with business email setup and search engine optimization. Every great idea needs a great website. Start your new look today. Check us out at www.infuse.com. That's www.enfuse.com, or call us at 800-542-4783. Again, that's 800-542-4783. Infuse, we get it done.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home. At AGR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AGR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-882-1976. Or you can log on to www.agrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
ProTech Carpet Tile and Care provides professional cleaning services for carpet, tile, grout, upholstery, and fine area rugs.
ProTech technicians are professionally trained and certified cleaning and restoration experts.
We specialize in restoring damage caused by heavy soil and odor.
We can remove challenging spots such as coffee, tea, ink, gum, wine, and many more.
We have saved our customers thousands of dollars on new flooring and furniture expenses with our advanced cleaning processes.
Call for a free estimate at 562-447-4300 and visit us on our website, www.myprotechsite.com.
Hey, this is Joe Perez, owner at ProTech. Just reminding you that ProTech Carpet and Tile Care is your professional choice.
Do we have your attention? When it comes to tequila, two things matter: heart and passion. Never compromising integrity for mass production. Number one Tequila delivers the goods. Taste the heart and passion of Mexico in every bottle. We make it right. We make it fun. Superior Tequila. There's only number one. There's only number one. There's only number one.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra-modern, ultra-clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine?
I thought the song was gonna stop. I was gonna be like, hi there. Take off my shoe. I just thought the song was gonna end really quick.
You're gonna toss it?
Hey, there's that episode where he drops that shoe.
Right? There has to exist a blooper somewhere where he...
There's an episode.
Oh, there is?
There is.
Oh, yeah, there is! I forgot.
It was meant to happen that way? Was that a part of the script, or that was a fall?
He didn't do it on purpose. He messed up.
I mean, how many episodes he did, and everyone was hoping he's gonna drop that shoe one day. And there was that one episode that he dropped that shoe, and he laughs too. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. I haven't.
Right? Yeah.
Everything's on YouTube.
Yeah. So what was it live? They shot it live? Oh, whatever. Let's move on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's talk about the show, the actual show part, the musical part of the show. Yes, the flux capacitors. We just show the images. I'm just gonna scroll through. I mean, I have random images. I don't have like a set, but like it was just. Like, first off, I'm going to go through these photos real quick. It was, again, it was an awesome night.
Though? Did they take you back?
Yeah, dude. They did. I went 88 and I went back.
Hey,
you know, the thing about the live act, this is from my camera. Obviously, we had our guys, Joseph and, yes, and one of my buddies, Gabe. They were filming, so... We had them, you know. So this isn't this photo. This was just my phone. They were, you know, they got it all high def and everything, you know. So because I noticed the lighting, it was weird. It was coming up on my phone.
That was pretty badass, though.
So yeah, so it was awesome. You know, I got some awesome pictures with some people. You know, like a lot. And this is why, like, I just went up to him and I said, "Hey, can I get a picture?" And he's like, "Yeah." Boom, took a picture. You
His
know,
accent
again.
too. Woo.
Right? Yeah,
His
dude. Like these people were just awesome. Like, you know, I took a picture. Though this picture was kind of weird because, like, I don't. The lady on the right, she just this is the lead singer from Bow Wow Wow. She just pulled her friend in the picture. She's like, "Here, come take a picture." And so I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I don't know. That's why my thumbs are kind of pointing more. Like, I don't know who this is, but hey, it's still cool. I got everybody in the shot. Carlos meeting, you know, Vatos right there. You know, Johnny Vatos. Mm-hmm. Yeah, awesome, nice guy. You know, again, we're there with freaking. Great, just looks like Dave Gahan. If you know who Dave Gahan is, you know, from Depeche Mode, seriously.
Moves like him too.
Yeah, dude. You know, and I got obviously an image with Vatos. You know, we did that. We did the photo booth. Totally 80s prom. We're all like awesome. You know, like
that bow tie though.
Yeah,
that's pretty cute, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll wear one.
And
day
what
for
are you? Miami, East LA?
Yeah. I was like
East LA Vice.
I was goth Vice. I went my style, all dark colors minus the turquoise shirt. And there's Carlos interviewing outside. So yeah,
that bow tie again.
The flux capacitors. Carlos actually is the one that pointed this out because it's Tyler, the lead singer, Marty McFly. Basically, how the hell because he's in all the getup. I was like, fuck, just me being in that when I cosplayed I was here on the show cosplaying as that, and I was hot as hell. This guy's up on stage singing, but Carlos is the one that pointed out and that was the one thing see, I got all right, people. If you've never seen the flux capacitors, seriously, you gotta go see them live because see, the one thing about it is that they're not just where I work right outside. There's this stage and there's people just doing covers of a song, and they're just doing covers, but they're versions of it. They're not trying to sound like them, nothing. They're just doing it, the music, whatever. What I like about them is that they're just recreating the music, exactly. And then the vocal range, the guy pulls off. I was like, fuck, I was like, dude,
they sell it, dude, and that was one thing that just for a couple of moments I would just close my eyes just to listen to it, to really suck it in, just that Ratatouille effect, basically.
Yeah.
And I was blown away, dude. Knowing how you and I have that music ear,
the taste,
the little taste. You would have just been like, right? Just passed out on the floor, dude.
Yeah, my hips would have been moving all night, right?
See, and that's what
I got down at some points,
and you see all the fans, they're so into it. And what's cool about that is
crowd, how was the crowd? Yeah.
Well, the crowd was so into it. It was funny because you could tell there was someone that's a huge flux capacitors fan because at the beginning of the show, I was standing next to the stage and they played this cool intro by I don't know who the actors, but he provided the voice of Marty McFly in the video game, the Back to the Future video game. So they have that intro playing before they actually start playing live.
Right on, yeah.
There is this girl in the front literally going along with the whole dialogue, the whole thing. She knew it by heart. I'm like, that's a fan right there. She's been following them along. It's and people were getting in the music, and that's what's cool because it's when you see these fans and they're just digging the music, they're digging, they're listening to just the original music. They're not listening to it's a band who's just playing covers and it's just whatever version they want. Because I've heard where people are singing, but they're not trying to sound like the original artist. They're just using the regular voice. He's going and they're it's especially the keyboard, Ryan, when he playing the keyboard, he tries to recreate when
that was one of the things I was really impressed with, the fact that, I said, even when
with the instruments that
but even
they have to recreate songs that they
fact that what keys can do, it felt like there was a full piece band with horns and everything. It was just spot on, dude.
I was shocked. I was because when they did Dead Man's Party, I'm like, how are they gonna pull that off? Because they got the horns. It was you hear it whatever, especially and he wouldn't even. All right, they did a Transix living on video or in video.
He deserves to be the dog then, huh?
Yeah, he is. No, he's George McFly.
Is he George McFly?
Yeah, Doc Brown. He wails on the guitar. In which what I like is they play Johnny Be Good, and at one point because they try to add some comedy right there because it's funny because he'll start going up wailing, and then they look at him whoa, So they go along the film, in which was pretty funny.
You know what that reminded me of? The Blue Man Group for that moment.
Yeah, it did. It was a very Blue Man Group. They should just did the little dance.
But see, even when they did that, they did that little comedy bit. It was and then he did that line. It's I guess you guys weren't ready for that yet. But your kids are gonna. And then I was like,
yeah, dude, everyone just gets off crazy, dude.
Everyone was waiting for that line. It's boy, your kids, and then they jumped right into the next song. But yeah, just seeing the crowd's reaction, it was just
pretty sick.
Yeah, the crowd was even Thriller because it's see, that's the thing. It's you're ballsy if you try to do Michael Jackson, And this guy, he pulled it off. The band pulled it off, dude.
Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah, musically, dude, they pulled it off, and people are just dancing. They're dancing, and they're just hearing. It's like somebody put on a CD, almost as if they just played a CD and pushed play of the actual song. People are just having a good time, just rocking it.
So, what song did the crowd?
Well, that's what I was gonna say, dude. Well, all right. It's to me. I actually mentioned that was the living in video or living on video or whatever the Transx. that song, and it was funny too because all right, anybody who's watching right now, if you're freaking a Latino, this and that, why is it that song, when it comes to all 80s songs, for some reason that video, that song, Latinos go crazy for, like, because that song came on, everybody went crazy. It didn't matter. There's tons of people there, but it just seems like for some reason that's the one that gets all the Latinos going. They're like, this is my song, órale, güey, dale, güey. Freaking.
I was really impressed, like the range, like going early, like the range of vocals, like hitting every note, like, especially when they did "Take on Me." That was the big one. I was like, oh man, I've seen covers of "Take on." I've seen some videos on YouTube where like some of like the worst "Take on Me" covers because no one could ever hit that note. But man, I was like, whoo, I felt like I hit that note for that moment. But I was like, oh man, this guy.
Oh man.
And for him to go that, what happened? Oh, we just lost the. It's okay. It doesn't matter. You could just go on us because I showed all the images already.
Okay.
Freaking for him to go that long singing. Like, was freaking like amazing. Like his voice lasted that whole time. Like it didn't crack or anything. At no point did I hear a crack. Like he messed up. Maybe him musically, he probably like knew like, but I doubt. I didn't hear anything. I doubt any. Like it just sounded. It was perfect the whole way.
And as much as they hyped it up, and I couldn't wait to hear it, but when they played "It's Tricky,"
oh yeah.
You would have been like, you and I would have just been battling right there, dude.
Yeah, see, we were saying,
I was there.
If Sweaty was here, he would have been dancing the whole fucking time. Like,
I was there.
Yeah, you were there. You were.
I was just running amok, doing the Sweaty thing, spiking all the drinks, making sure everyone is having fun while I do my shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, it's an amazing band. The music, just the whole playlist, like it just sounded, great. And I gotta say, even hearing freaking Katrina and the Waves, Walking on Sunshine, as much as to me, I see that as the worst 80s song of all time. They still rocked it, dude. They played it. Yeah, I was like, at first I hear it, like, but then I'm like, all right.
I was like this, I'm like just watching it, and I look over to my right, and then Mary's like, oh my god, I thought you hated this.
They got me Walking on Sunshine. I'm like, woo!
Especially on Footloose, I saw him running around like Kevin Bacon.
I ran into the audio, but let's dance. And some guy just elbowed me in the face.
No dance.
Dude, that was crazy. We're trying to get back to the VIP area, and like these ladies were blocking. And I'm like, oh my god, excuse me. They wouldn't let us through. Out of nowhere, some lady just grabbed me, pulls me like in, like to get past. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, all right. Like, yeah, she just grabs me and like throws me and like says, get through. Like, I was like, all right, I wasn't being an ass. I was just saying, excuse me.
Maybe you were.
No, it's like
she did the same thing to me.
From her
yeah. I don't know, dude. I guess we were in her way or whatever. We're like, hey,
was it a full moon this past weekend?
I don't know. But all right. So we also got to talk about that place. Amazing. The artwork. Dude, there's like the walls. They're all painted. It was funny because on the door they have like the scene from Weird Science when she first appears and she's on the door. They have it on the door in the bathroom. So I told Joseph to film that, and then some lady opens the door. I'm like, dude, we look like pervs because you're literally filming right into the bathroom. But yeah, it was Danny Sanchez, I believe. It's the dude, that guy's so nice, man. He kept introducing me to all the people that showed up, and it's just amazing. Like, and what's cool is that they're all like, all the people we've met, they're like general managers, they're owners, co-owners, all of that. All these people, they're just so freaking nice and amazing. I'm like, compared to like where I work, and whenever like the head honchos come in, the owners and all that, everyone like they're just a-holes. Like, you'll say hi to them, you're like hi, and they're just like have like as if they just smelled shit. Like, they're like, man, like it's like, dude, you're an owner, why do you have to be a dick? Like, everybody's afraid of you. It's like all these right, and then here they're all nice, dude. I don't know, dude. It's like these guys are all mean, man. But over there, like at the 80s bar, all of these, like everyone we've met, they're nice, man. They're freaking they're so like, you could just see like everybody, the crew, that everyone's just happy and all of that.
I don't know if you got the vibe, but being inside the bar, like man, this could be a good. It felt like one of those laser tag zones. That's what I felt like too.
Like when we were in Vegas, remember?
Yeah. Woo, good times there.
Yeah. All in all, it's a great place. Go. It's this one is the totally 80s prom. It's in 2512 West Orangethorpe Avenue. It's in Fullerton. There's also the one in Montclair, and then in Bellflower. So there's 3 locations, you know. And seriously, we both things is the bars. Like we're gonna be going this coming Wednesday. We're gonna be going to the Montclair one, that 80s bar. We're gonna be going there for karaoke. So Brothers Bear will be there. We're gonna go check it out.
So if you guys want to sing with us or watch us, I'm gonna sing.
Or come get a sticker.
I'm gonna get up on stage Wednesday. So if you want to see that, you better go.
Yeah, and this quarter I have class Saturday, so I don't work. So I'll be off by 6 p.m. So if there's any events on a Saturday night, I'll go for sure check them out. But yeah, I highly recommend these places. If you live in Southern California, people, go visit these places. Also to see the flux capacitors. Seriously, they're one of the greatest, like, you know, cover bands are just doing cover. I see them as like a tribute band because the tribute bands are the ones that just want to like sound like, even though they're not dressing like the actual artist, they're still dressing like, you know, from the film. All of them are dressed up, but they're just amazing. Like they're
concept.
seriously,
Yeah,
these guys,
for sure.
like their music is just.
And that's one thing too, like you said, because I mean, of course, I mean, we've all seen where you're at like an OC fair or something like that, that there's just a band doing their cover of a song and their take on it basically, and some of them never sound good. Like, yeah, I've been to like where Soundless works outside. Like they're how they cover stuff. I've been in LA where there's just a band on stage. You know, some of the bars where they're doing whatever type of cover, and a lot of times people hear like, oh, you know, especially if it's an 80s cover song, it's one of the most tricky things because it's so looked upon and like, oh, I love this song, and it's like, oh, they killed it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
especially
like,
the sound.
The sound, you know.
And
but with them, every single song was just
nailed.
Boom.
Yeah.
Like, it was an eargasm, man. And
so it's Tricky your favorite your song that they played?
I'm trying to think which one I liked. That honestly, yeah, that was one of the big ones for me. Yeah, I did like when they did Take on Me because that's the one where even though you know you can't sing, you doing that. Yeah.
That's right. For me,
their Tears for Fears covers were pretty good too.
That was the one thing, like, because I was hearing everything again. I was as much as I was amazed by everything, I really wanted to hear Tears for Fears, like what they were gonna play, because that's the one where it's like, well, can he pull that off? Because it kind of, you know, and yeah,
you were like testing him every song.
I know, I'm like, let's see,
yeah.
You know, I mean, because when
he nailed it.
I was impressed too when they did a Human League.
Oh yeah,
the fact that he did both parts and like it would have felt like that there was two people on stage. That was one thing that I was like, holy crap! The range that he did for both, like note wise, I was like, oh, that's why I said I mean, you were there hidden.
Yeah.
You were dancing.
You were dancing. I kept losing you in the crowd. But if you were right next to me, I would have probably had to just kind of fan you because you would have just passed out so many times with been amazed of how well it was.
What it was is that I was going back in time.
You're in the bathroom, that's why. Or like what we used to tell Carlos when we were.
I was in the back having the Michael J. Fox moments and shit, you know. I just kept coming back.
You were in the parking lot because you were in a trunk.
I was trying to get my mom.
It's like what we used to tell.
You know, trying to get out of the trunk. Oh, dude.
Yeah, again.
Shenanigans, bro. Shenanigans.
Yeah, shenanigans.
You know what I do?
Yeah, what's that place called? Shenanigans? There's a lot of shenanigans going on. He's like, God damn it, if I hear the word shenanigans one more time. Yeah, again, flux capacitor, awesome. And when, you know what, real quick, when the other guys jump in to sing, you know, usually when...
Oh, wait, hold on. Nostalgia, man. I still want that question answered. What was your favorite song?
Oh well, for me it was when I
You're
heard
just like, oh, this song.
head over heels. When I heard head over heels,
Yeah.
I got head over heels for
Give
that.
us
Like,
Give us the karaoke sample,
yeah,
bro.
no. I can give you the literal
Well,
music
do
video
it.
version.
I know you're gonna go
Do
with,
it.
but I forgot the guy's name, but the singer from Dramarama when he jumped on stage and how man, it's still because you know how when singers kind of go throughout the years, their voice doesn't sound as
Oh,
it used
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah.
He's still.
They all did.
Yeah.
They all nailed it.
You're right, again.
Yeah, again, like all because as age goes by, you're like, all right, what happened? Nope. Yeah, but none of these guys. They popped up down there, and you're
Yeah,
like,
they
what
still
the
sounded
fuck,
like the
dude?
way they did years ago.
It sounded like you did travel back in time, dude.
They had Mick Jagger syndromes. What you were trying to say? What's going on with you?
Yeah, and then Vatos, dude, because I was on stage when he was playing the drums. Well, he was wailing, dude. Because at that point, our guys had to go.
So he wailed too, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I had to film with my cell phone at that point. I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, because our guys had to go. I was like, "Damn it!" And
what
then,
what kind of cell phone you have?
I have an iPhone 6.
Go, brought to you by the iPhone 6.
Yeah, well, he was wailing on the drum like that. He's like, it was bad to just be right there, and he would like turn and like smile, like, "Hey," you know, be like, he's like, "Yo, vato,
este vato."
Yeah. Again,
sick,
and then last note I have to say when it has to come to Ryan, the keyboard player, how when they did Transx Living on Video, he even played all the stupid sound effects. I'm not saying stupid, but you know the random sound effects.
yeah.
I'm not saying he's stupid. I'm saying like like
It
I
was-
just throwing whatever
they're
word.
Stupid and pointless, and there's no need to do
Yeah,
that.
like in the
right?
song,
but he
there's
did it
random-
anyways.
but he plays
Right
them.
on.
Like he's
Right
like
on.
he's like
That's
okay,
how
I'm gonna be
an homage that they did for every
Ryan?
single song.
yeah, like
Ryan.
he's like, I'm gonna play these audios because I guarantee you other people would have left that stuff out
Shout out,
because they're
bro,
in
right
certain
there,
in the
dude.
songs.
Keep it.
In that song, there's weird sound effects, and it's kind of like they're just in there just to throw in there because like you know who knows why they originally did it, but he's like, oh, I'm gonna do that too, and they're playing it, and it's like wow, it's like
Everybody rocked it that night.
yeah.
right
So go
So-
see the flux capacitors and check out any of these freaking 80s bars, man. That 80s bar,
Which
new
80s
wave bar, totally 80s bar.
Which one again?
Which one?
That 80s bar.
Which one though?
The totally 80s bar.
That totally 80s bar.
That totally 80s bar.
Bye.
Any of them. They're awesome. Again, all the people there, you're just going to be treated with awesome, you know, service too, because the people there, they're just great. They're not like, what do you want? And they're like, no, hey, you need me out? You need anything? And Carlos had a drink, Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode. Yeah.
Depeche Mode. They were,
Nice.
I had water.
That was one thing I forgot to do was take a picture of all the drinks because of all the titles. Like
Oh,
I know they had
yeah.
like the Terminator, the Incredible Hulk, the Pac-Man.
Well, when we go
Nice.
Wednesday, we'll
Oh,
get
yeah.
a picture. Because it seemed like it's the same menu.
Ooh, we're getting faded, huh?
Yeah. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So there's our recap of the 80s prom, the awesome 80s prom.
So, if we were musicians and we had an instrument, right?
Yeah.
I'd be vocals. You'd be guitar.
I'd be a
Santos
keyboard.
would be synth. Yes.
Yeah, you know the synth, dude.
So Ryan, you get a special shout out from Sanj, bro, because he been brought you up like about 3 or 4 times. Oh my gosh!
I'm just a huge fan. Again, everything 80s when it comes to like the new wave synth pop. I just love the keyboard.
But he
so.
wailed on the keys, though,
Yeah,
right?
dude, I was
That's
like up
fucking
close,
sick,
like
bro.
just like filming, and
Fucking
he's
A.
just like
He was
"La, la, la."
fangirling. He was like,
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
You
Those
are
guys
turning
are,
me on.
as a whole, they're great.
he's like, press those keys.
Yeah,
Press them.
yeah. Freaking.
Please just press them softly. Ooh, press them hard. It doesn't matter.
I wish I could remember.
Get the keys.
I would have been like, come here and film, you know. In which we got lucky that we had Gabe with us because he was all tall. Because Joseph is as tall as me, so he's like, I can't film over the people. So we had Gabe with us. He's
Fucking
like,
Joseph.
so it was kind of it worked out, you know. But I just wanted I apologize. I can't remember the Doc Brown, the guitarist, his actual name. But that guy can wail on the guitar.
Right
like
on.
I would love to see if they could do Extremes I think it's called Play With Me, or Do You Want to Play With Me? Yeah, if they could do that, I'd be freaking amazed. They were like, woo!
Didn't pass it.
No,
Everything else is like.
It's like, oh, that's a fail. I'm sorry.
Yeah, every song was a hit. There was no moment like, you ever been to a quinceañera or something or whatever, a dance. That's what I relate to, I guess. But when they pull out a song, you play a certain song and everybody just walks off. They all leave because they don't like the song. Nah. Every song, people were just like, ah! There was never that moment where people were like, fuck this song. I don't want to hear this. I'm going to go eat a burger.
Yeah.
And like how they set their set list too, because it's like, all right, this one's good, this one's good, and it's like, you know what, this is gonna be that one that like brings everybody up, and then calm for a little bit. Everyone have a good, and another one like how they planned it up.
Oh yeah, switch it up.
That little wave,
and they had little intermissions. I was funny, like, you know what they should do for an intermission? I'm like, oh, that'd be funny if like somebody's like. There's like everybody, we have a special guest, and then they just go. He's like, Mr. Mandy Watson, and then some guy he's like, it feels so lovely to be here. He's like, put your hands together. He's like, and why are you in the clappy mood? He's like, give it up for my band, Sexual Chocolate. They taste so fine, don't you agree? And then. Ding, ding, and they just like play that, and there's literally someone up there as Sexual Chocolate, Randy Watt, and then that's one of the original mic drops, because remember he goes like that, he's like Sexual Chocolate, he just goes like that, and he just walks.
Hey,
that's he good. He's like good and terrible.
That's actually a good idea on what the flux capacitors were doing, but like in the R&B version of that, the Sexual Chocolates, dude, we should do that.
Yeah, the Sexual Chocolates.
Right,
I swear,
that's just taken.
I don't know. All right, well, we're going. All right, when we come back, we're going to come right into Jurassic World Spoiler Edition when we come back on the Brothers Red Podcast Live.
This is Elmo, and we'll be right back. The Brothers Red Podcast Live.
Been in an accident? Then you need your vehicle professionally repaired. That's exactly what you get when you bring your vehicle to Greg's Auto Body Repair. Free quotes within minutes. We will provide everything you need for a hassle-free auto body repair, from an accurate estimate to working with your insurance company. We will get your vehicle to its pre-accident condition as soon as possible. Greg's Auto Body has been serving Los Angeles County and local cities since 1970. Call us at 562-789-1300.
The experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bankmart, Satin Ice, and Pastry Pride. One-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
Looking for some swag? Make sure to check out monsterclothing.com. They got everything from V-necks, t-shirts, hoodies, baby dolls. And remember, custom orders are always welcome, and much more. They're just not on the site yet. www.monsterclothingco.com or call them at 888-49-MONSTER. 888-49-MONSTER. Hablamos español. Doo-doo-doo!
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home, at AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-882-1976. Or you can log on to www.hrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
Do we have your attention? When it comes to tequila, two things matter: heart and passion. Never compromising integrity for mass production. Number one Tequila delivers the goods. Taste the heart and passion of Mexico in every bottle. We make it right. We make it fun. Superior Tequila. There's only number one. There's only number one. There's only number one.
Business that needs to get noticed? Your ideas need a great website. And at Infuse, we build simple, clean, and efficient websites. We believe that even the wildest ideas should come to life in a beautiful way. We build responsive sites, e-commerce sites, and even help with business email setup and search engine optimization. Every great idea needs a great website. Start your new look today. Check us out at www.enfuse.com. That's www.enfuse.com, or call us at 800-542-4783. Again, that's 800-542-4783. Enfuse, we get it done. It's one thing to own a business, it's another to promote it. That's why thousands of business owners rely on Monster Marketing Group. Design, print, mail, custom mailers, all for as little as 29 cents delivered. That includes postage. Send to a neighborhood, zip code, or an entire city. With just a simple call, 888-49-MONSTER, you can easily promote your business, sales, events, grand openings, send coupons, and much more.
Your mail delivers in as little as 5 days. No dealing with the mailing list or paperwork. Monster Marketing does all the heavy lifting. Get started now by calling 888-49-MONSTER or go to monsterng.com.
Monster Marketing Group. We deliver, we give you results, we can prove it.
Real Estate Rant and AGR Realtors are proud supporters of Michael Aguilar and Associates, advocates for stroke awareness and integrative healthcare.
In February 2012, I suffered a stroke due to high blood pressure. I was rushed to the hospital where I was admitted for the next 30 days. I was initially told I may have to stay in the hospital for about 3 months, but I made rapid improvements in my recuperation and continued to improve to this day.
When Michael left the hospital, he did not have insurance to cover his rehabilitation, so he focused on integrative healthcare to get better. At the end of 2013, seeing a need for stroke awareness, Michael started his own company, Michael Aguilar and Associates, to focus on creating awareness about the dangers of high blood pressure and stroke.
If you would like more information, please call me at 562-464-7297, or you can visit my website at www.strokeawareness101.com.
Michael Aguilar and Associates, creating awareness and saving lives one person at a time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Brothers Bear podcast live on the Rant Radio Network. Don't go anywhere, kiddies. You wouldn't want to make the Joker sad, would you?
Hey! Oh!
Very unprofessional, pros.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brothers Beer Podcast Live. We're giving away this. We're having two, so if you want to win this, we'll ship it out to you. It's Mucho Macho Hemp Life Water Infuser Hemp Lemonade. Water lemon flavor. 100% mg, I don't know what that means, of hemp per serving. Regenerate your water.
It's really good.
Yes, it's extremely good. So we have two to give away right now to anybody. Just call in. Just call us, ladies and gentlemen, at 855-693-4897, and we'll ship it to you. Just make sure you leave the information with our engineer, Mr. DJ Slim, and you could win this. This is an awesome product from the awesome people at Rant Radio Network. So call in right now at 855-969-4897. So call us, ladies and gentlemen. Please call us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Carlos's awesome movie review.
Podcast presents movie reviews by Carlos Medrano.
So, I went into a world. A world of Jurassic. A Jurassic World. This past Friday. Oh man, that Chris Pratt.
Was the hype? Was the hype worth it?
Yeah, it was.
Very much so?
It was.
Wow, dude.
Sadly I don't go to the movies as much as I used to.
Writer's block?
Writer's block.
Due to writer's block,
Due
indeed.
to writer's
Yes,
block.
of course.
I've had to watch my films, big films, through other ways. But this one, I was like, I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to miss out, huh?
I'm not,
You're going to go back out in the battlefield.
I was like, I'm going to go. I'm going to go.
Times,
And
they are changing.
what I loved before I really get into the review, but this has to do with the review, is that the fact I miss that Hollywood popcorn experience of watching.
Spielberg will do that to you, yes.
And
And
Spielberg.
Huh?
It wasn't Spielberg.
It's Jurassic Park, bro. It's Jurassic. Don't you?
Your face.
Are you
dude.
telling me that he didn't put any money in there?
I saw his face. I'm gonna watch this clip just to watch that face.
I want to see it now. Hey, you're not gonna be able to. Too bad.
Oh, damn it!
It's forever hidden.
It's okay.
Oh, I know. Damn. Oh, you got lucky.
But what I liked is that I know some people hate it.
Hold on
so-
a second. So no Spielberg though. Let me answer my question.
Yeah, he's produced.
All right, let's
Yeah,
go.
but he wasn't.
Move on. Shut the fuck up. Let's move on.
This wasn't a poltergeist, all right? He wasn't on set. He let someone else film it.
You let someone else do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
J.J.
a lot of people are mixed with this when people get excited and they clap and then they're like, I'm one of those that will. I don't care. I'll do that little clap. But there was one scene in particular that I was just like, I can't believe that freaking happened. I was just, from beginning to end. There's no. He saw it before I did, and I asked him like,
fucking sandals.
I asked him like, how is it? And he told me, he was like, this movie does not like waste time. It's just boom right into
Right
it.
out, right away. Yeah.
And
Exactly. Sorry to cut you off real quick. I went onto this one website. I'm gonna go ahead and rap it, dude. I'm gonna rap it.
Are you gonna rap?
It's called movietubehd.org. Go check it out. And I saw like the first 5 minutes of Jurassic World. You don't feel like.
Wait, what's your review on the 5 minutes then?
5 minutes? It's pretty good. I think I'm gonna go and watch the rest.
You should do that segment. Only see the first 5 minutes to a movie and give us your review.
Yeah. Edgar's first 5 minutes movie review.
Edgar's first 5.
It's pretty good. It's not that good. That's pretty much it.
It's pretty good. It's not pretty good.
Hey, what happens if it's like mild?
Mild, fuck, to be continued. That's it. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me do it. Ask me again.
All right. So, what'd you think of the movie?
Is that good right there?
Dude, I'm not lying. I'm actually crying right now.
Oh, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, you gotta give us all 3. So, what'd you think of Jurassic World?
It was pretty good.
What'd you think of Cars 2?
Cars 2? It's not that good.
What'd you think of Cloud Out in this? Cloud.
Alright. So anyways, again, let's check that shit out, folks. You go straight to movietubehd.org and check that shit out. If you don't have time, if you have kids, you don't have time, if you're in, I don't know, dire situation, you have internet access, you're bored.
I don't think it's that dire if you have internet.
And you get lost in the internet space, Like, what was I doing? Oh yeah, MovieTube. Check out Jurassic Park 3.
Man.
Yeah, 3. What is it? Part 7? Jurassic Park World 4.
But I mean, like in reality, 2 and 3 don't exist in this world.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't tell me they cut it all off.
There's like no.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like
what is it? Story? What is it called? Story like
Never understand. Like
The continuity.
Continuity. Yeah.
Nah, it doesn't like affect anything.
No.
You're fine.
I mean, with this.
Okay, right on. So 2 and 3 didn't happen.
Yeah, 2 and 3 don't happen. This makes up for 2 and 3.
Right on.
Because a lot of people, especially a moment in the film that makes up for 3 that a lot of people were offended by.
Oh, really?
Because if you don't, fun fact for some people, part 3, that moment where that new Tyrannosaurus Rex alligator looking one, I don't know. How
I know, right? It reminds me of Godzilla, the 90s version,
Yeah.
It's like a what the fuck?
Well, you remember that battle between him and the T-Rex?
Uh-huh.
And when like everyone's childhood pretty much got raped right there when that thing just snaps the T-Rex in half. Like, Like everyone's like, like a lot of people were pissed about that.
Yeah.
So
Really?
there's something in the film that happens that makes up for that scene.
No.
So I was like, what? My child is relived again. Like, cause everybody that I know has seen it. One of my friends who's really like picky on movies, and he'll just trash a film on Facebook or praise it. And one of the things was everybody that I've seen talk about it has said, I felt like I was a kid again watching the first movie.
Well, it won. It got a lot of fucking records, right? A lot of people went to go see it.
Yeah.
I think it had to do with nostalgia, right? I want to go see it because I saw it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the thing, like it because you literally forget about 2 and 3, and this one just brings you back to the first time we ever even enter the park. Like it just feels like, yeah, I mean it's set 20 years after the first, like
yeah. And they don't hold back on the theme. They give you the fucking theme a lot. Here, put the music down. That's gonna be the whole theme throughout the whole review.
Yeah. Jurassic Park theme, dude.
And it's like I said, there's no wasting time. It's very visual. It's amazing.
Mr. Pratt, you were the first thing that came out of your mouth, pretty much closely, was
Mr.
Pratt.
Pratt.
Yeah. So
Is that your Ryan Gosling?
Nah, Ryan Gosling's Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling? I know, dude. He's on a.
Well, meaning like the way you are with.
He's a motherfucking god, man.
Remember, the Church of God's coming soon.
Church of God. Yeah.
One thing I'm gonna, because for me, when films kind of do like comedic moments, that always doesn't really make me happy. And you would think I want to laugh, like oh man, this comedian.
Yeah, you're very picky when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. Every review I've ever done, especially when it comes to the Marvel movies, when it comes to comedic moments, that will either make me mad or make me happy. And there's a lot of comedic, like funny moments that happens in this film, and every single one of them, I was pleased by. Like for me,
Pratt?
Pratt has a moment.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Did you ever laugh out loud?
Yeah. I did.
Oh, right.
That whole I don't want to.
No, we said spoiler. I gave the
There's
spoiler.
a moment where, all right. Well, one thing too. There's always, when films have comedic actors in the film and they're serious throughout the whole thing, like there's two the engineer people that are right behind the scenes that actually run the park. I know one of the it's a guy from The New Girl, and then I forgot the female actress who's also kind of like, they sit next to each other. Like the moments that they're on screen, like, well, especially the guy from The New Girl, like his scenes are always funny. And then he has like his desk is displayed, like he has like toys out, like little dinosaur toys, and I forgot I should have get the actors, like the main person that runs the park, she's like telling him like, oh, you should get rid of all that stuff, like he's like, oh, I like it, it's not, and when everything, like when crap, like all the hell is breaking loose, Chris Pratt's telling him like, oh, you gotta do this, and as he walks away, he like smacks all the toys. I don't know why I thought that was like the funniest thing. I was like, this mother, woo, Chris Pratt, you can smack my dinosaurs all you want.
Nah, there's a scene where Hollywood always does this.
Oh, yeah,
There's a moment
I was gonna let you do this.
where a man, like, he's gonna stay behind or do something where there's a possibility he might die or whatever, and he goes up to the girl and kisses her, and they're not together, but it's always that moment where they kiss, and it's like, oh, Hollywood tends to always do that. In this film, I love what they did because he goes up to the girl and he's about to kiss her, and she's like, whoa, wait, what are you doing? He's like, I have a boyfriend. He's like, oh, you do? He's like, you never mentioned him. Yeah, but I'm at work. That's why. And it was cool. Like, it was such a good scene because it's like, normally another film, they would have kissed and it would have been like, but here they're like, nah. And that was just perfect because they played it off like it was gonna happen, and then it just like you hear like as if you hear the record go, and it was good.
Well, they really do sell it as a park being open.
Yeah,
because all right, the first one, it's like trial and error. We don't really get to see. You're exclusive getting to see what the park's going to be like. And here, the park has been open for what's the time? It doesn't really say time frame.
Edgar, look at us.
They do sell it like as the kids are, doing this, doing that, exploring Jurassic World. One of the things is that when they're getting on the ride, they really sell it to the point to like they didn't really need to do that, but the person that does the little conducting for like,
yeah.
they even's like enjoy your ride.
Yeah.
Like that made me laugh. It's like that has to be one of the most
That's
realist
great.
moments
Yeah.
in the movie. Like they didn't need to do that, but the fact that they threw it in there was like enjoy your ride.
Like so monotone. And then the after part.
Yeah, that's even
the
better.
after part where
Welcome
like
to Walmart.
everybody's
I
like,
love you.
he's like, we're closing down. Everybody send them back because the dinosaurs lose by that point. And he's like, and he pulls out a manual. Everybody just head, and everyone. He's like, I just work here, but like it would have been better if he's like, I just work here. Like add a little like, my manager wants me to get the taco. Oh,
It's suspenseful. It's fun. It's like you're in for the whole ride the whole time.
The whole ride.
Yeah.
And
of course because that whole, I mean, the way the trailer builds it up for when, I mean, that's the one thing that everyone was like, what the hell? The whole Raptors and the motorcycle. When that scene finally comes on screen, you're waiting for it. You're like, wait, and when it plays out, and
So how about the part where Homeboy makes friends with the Raptors? He's like, come on guys, let's go, and let's go get the bag. Was that cute? Because that happened, right?
Yeah.
He he gave him some bread or something. Like, how did he convince them? Was there a conversation going on? Like, hey, bros, so there's this homeboy right here who's smarter than us. We need to outwit him. What do you say?
Yeah. I mean, what they do with the dinosaurs is pretty good.
It's really.
I don't know. Well, what happens? Like, does he give them like psychedelic mushrooms so they can like?
I mean, he's just training. He's a good trainer, man.
He's a good trainer.
Yeah, he is. That's what it matters. As long as you treat your animals right.
He's a Velociraptor whisperer.
Velociraptor. Oh, dude.
Velociraptor.
This movie does do it really is a love letter to the first film because there's little key moments that you can capture in the film that plays tribute to the first one.
Yeah.
Like little scenes.
Even the DNA man. Dinosaur bones.
What about the only thing I really care about, the only thing that's gonna sell me in this movie, besides those 5 minutes, Jeff Goldblum, man, is that for winning that shit or what?
Technically he is.
Hey!
Technically he does make a cameo.
They just show like
hear that, ladies and gentlemen, he's in the goddamn movie.
There you go.
His character.
I'm sold. Right on.
I wish I had that clip ready. I could have sent it to Allie and just play that whole thing the whole time.
Any other cameos? No Sammy.
No Sammy. He got eaten. That's why.
He got eaten in the first one.
Yeah, no, there's no other cameos. There's a big thing going on right now that Chris Pratt's character is the little boy
from part 1
from the first film. They've actually confronted Pratt and asked him, "Is that who you are?"
Oh, violently?
And he
just give us the right answer, man.
He refuses to answer.
Fuck him.
So
see, my theory was I thought he was the son of the guy,
clever girl,
the clever girl.
Yeah,
but
it took us because he's like, before I went to go see it, he's like, are you gonna? He's like, I bet you. And then I told him when I saw it, I was like, nah, that's not him.
I cried. I was like, damn it.
Yeah. The Velociraptors, they come out at the end to save the day. They're freaking amazing.
Thanks to the Velociraptor.
Yeah, the T-Rex too. Just the way it all plays out, man.
This is a big spoiler because this happens to be one of my favorite death scenes. The kids that are in the park have an assistant pretty much guiding them through. To like show them, and they, of course, with the kids
inside those balls,
huh?
Was it in the spheres?
Well, the kids, typical Hollywood movie, the kids pretty much take off on their own.
Yeah, they're like, let's ditch them.
So it's one of those
kids.
Yeah. Nice reference. I'll give it to you.
They wouldn't have been in trouble, bro.
I'm gonna do a
we
movie
don't
review
die,
on Baby's
we
Kids.
multiply.
But when it's during the scene when the pterodactyls are all coming, which I noted that, and I love that it's getting big. It's getting praised, but the moment when all the pterodactyls are coming and everyone's running, there's a guy running with 2 margaritas in his hand.
Oh yeah!
Right now, everyone's they said the movie's the movie has nothing to like. The main star isn't Chris Pratt. It's the guy running with the 2 margaritas.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna drop him. And see, I called it. Last year, a Facebook post I posted. They showed that scene for the teaser trailer, and I'm like, I guarantee you they're running from something. Probably pterodactyls or something. Because they didn't finish the FX, and yep, I knew it. Fucking called it.
But during that scene, you kind of see it really quick in the trailer where you see someone get picked up from the pterodactyl. that whole scene is what was like, oh my god. I felt I couldn't breathe because she gets dropped, and then again the pterodactyl picks her up and then drops her in the water where that big alligator.
The Crocosaurus,
whatever the hell it is.
Just add Saurus to the end.
Yeah,
of everything.
Crocosaurus. And she like falls into the water. The pterodactyl kind of, like tries to pick her out from the water, but the couple of times like that's where I couldn't breathe because like just the like her falling multiple times, but at the same time you forget for that moment. Oh crap, she's in that pond, that little ocean for the Crocosaurus, and it's the trailer where the thing comes in. Like her getting killed was unnecessary. I felt because they should have just made her like a bitch or something because I clapped for that because I was amazed by that whole thing. I was like, oh my god, they did that. They did that. But then I realized like, wait, that was kind of unnecessary for her to die. I mean, a lot of people died for no. But it's a movie. I loved it though, from beginning to end. I loved it. I want to see it again. Oh, it's right there, right there.
And I love that editing because they make like Chris Pratt like put the gun down as if like he doesn't shoot her, but yeah, they kind of give it away. But poor girl, she got swallowed whole. Like, what happens? Is she like is the acid from the stomach gonna burn her?
Your
alive?
neck snaps real quick first. The first thing that goes is your neck.
Oh really?
Yeah.
When you're in the stomach?
I'm just trying to make you feel better.
Oh,
okay, so
that's what happens though.
All right, Carlos, you gotta cut it.
So a cockadoodlesaurus.
Cockadoodlesaurus.
All right, wait. Obviously,
what's that over there? Oh, it looks like a cockadoodlesaurus.
What do you rate this, Carlos?
You know, it's been a while since I given the 4.
Don't you
go
do
the
it?
4.
Oh my god!
It's been a while.
Oh my
since
god,
I've done the 4.
Spielbergo does it
Órale,
again.
Spielbergo.
You want nostalgia? You want to feel like you were a kid again? You go watch Jurassic World.
It's promising. It will take you back to the first one, especially the little homage that happens in.
I'm sure. Right on.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Gonna check that shit on my phone.
Yeah, what was the website again?
Website again for anybody who's
For
curious,
everybody
who just wants to be a badass. MovieTubeHD.org. Oh, I said it again. Shit, blow. I said let's make it as do it as a nation. Blow that shit up so the FBI can stop it. The CIA can stop it. Wait. I don't know why I lost my voice. Is it time?
Next week we'll talk about Bebe's kids, because I have a moment where I told the story to one of my friends and she said, you know, that comes off really racist. I'm like, but I was a kid. I didn't mean it that way. It's a funny story, but when I think about it, I was like, wow, it does come off that way. And it's not intentional. It's just, I don't know. I was a kid. I didn't figure, but it's about the movie.
Another Santos racist moment.
It should be called, is this racist? In which it's not, but it's funny because it's just like, it comes off that way.
It's probably racist, man.
No, it's not racist. It's just funny.
Did it! It's time for Shweddy's Song of the Week.
This week's Song of the Week is going to a group named Hot Chip. What do you guys know about Hot Chip?
I know a lot, actually.
You know a lot about Hot Chip?
Yeah.
Don't you lie to me.
You're in your pictures, man.
They came out with a new record just recently. I forgot what it's called. Fuck.
What you know about Hot Chip?
I like them. They're good, right? Here's a quick Hot Chip experience. Once upon a time, I went to a music festival called Coachella in 2007, and I went to the
year I graduated.
The Gobi tent.
Ooh, the Gobi tent.
Yep, and that was
I've been there before.
My first Gobi experience was Hot Chip, right in the middle of the day, and it was fucking hot as fuck, and they turned it up.
Yeah, you didn't have a chip on your shoulder?
No.
Just to mix the hot chip.
Hey.
Never mind. I'm going to give up.
Like
right
hot
there.
chocolate. I mean, chocolate chip. Hot chocolate chip. Hot chocolate chip.
That was a cover band.
Was it really?
No, I'm kidding.
Nah, fuck. Anyway, so this group's fucking badass, right? I follow them. I'm like, they're really good. So I heard their new record. It sounds kind of, it's not as good, but still good. The song that I pick is off of their new record.
Oh, yeah?
Recently, I saw a movie called Jupiter Ascending. Have you guys seen that stuff?
Yes, we
Right?
did, sir. I have.
So I'm watching it, right?
Yep.
And my son comes up. He's like, "What are you watching? Star Wars?" I'm like, "No." And then I'm like, "It's called Jupiter Ascending." And then my wife comes around the corner and she's like, "What are you watching? Star Trek?" Right? No. I'm watching this movie called Jupiter Ascending. Right? And then we start watching it, right? And then homeboy Tanning Tatum is in it, right?
Channing Tatum.
Tanning Tatum.
Oh, I'm thinking of fucking Cloud Atlas.
No. Jupiter Ascending, right? So his character
So
comes
you haven't
up.
seen the movie.
Oh, there you go. So his character comes up, right, and he's got these cool like flying boot shoes that he like skates in the sky.
Does it go cluck cluck cluck? Oh wait, no, never mind. Wrong thing, but you know what I meant.
And then and he's got like elfing ears. He's got elf ears, right? So I was like, with all the confusion already going on, with the movie, he's like, "What are we watching?" I was like, "All right, this is kind of like it's like a fusion between Lord of the Rings and Star Wars."
It does actually.
I read up a little bit on it. There's actually a genre that they call it space opera.
Oh
Bros,
yeah,
right?
dude.
Right. My wife hated the movie. I fucking love it. Right. These boys have been with me since
Wachowskis.
The Wachowskis, bro. Since I was a kid, I was like, man, this shit changed my life. So I followed them.
Wachowskis, bro and sister now.
The siblings.
Yeah.
So yeah, I meshed that. I got the fighting sequence mixed in with the song. So check it out.
Stay tuned.
Directed by Edgar. Next week we're gonna have an EDC session week.
Yeah.
With the EDC bros, they're gonna come in live. And show you what's up in the EDM world, the EDM bros, and they're gonna do a little, a roundabout on the EDC that just came out recently. So check it out next week, folks.
Yeah.
Thanks
Special
again.
guest in studio.
Thanks again for dropping by.
Thank you.
Showing up.
And stay
We
tuned
love
after
you.
the show for Edgar's song of the. God damn it.
There you go. Song of the day.
That's another episode in the bag.
Oh yeah.
I need you now.